Good evening, this is Dr. Doe. This video is outside of medicine. Today I'm going to continue read Psalm 25, the second part. I'm going to finish today. So I will read Psalm 25, continue from yesterday. For the sake of your name, O Lord, forgive my iniquity, though it is great. Who then is the man that fears the Lord? He will instruct him in the way chosen for him. He will spend his day in prosperity, and his descendants will inherit the land. The Lord confides in those who fear him. He makes his covenant known to them. My eyes are ever on the Lord, for only he will release my feet from the snare. Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted. The troubles of my heart have multiplied. Free me from my anguish. Look upon my affliction and my distress, and take away all my sins. See how my enemies have increased, and how fiercely they hate me. Guard my life and rescue me. Let me not be put to shame, for I take refuge in you. May integrity and uprightness protect me, because my hope is in you. Redeem Israel, O God, from all their troubles. So this is Psalm 25 of David. The first part is talk about the ask God, in you I trust, do not put me to shame, show me your way, and show mercy to me. And I was not perfect, but I'm still your chosen one. And you are the Lord I'll praise always. So and I will keep humble. So for today continues the same mode, so it's same emotion. For the sake of your name, O Lord, forgive my iniquity. It's kind of ask a plea for forgiveness, and probably at this time he realized something he did was not pleasing God, and confess in time in front of God, open and humble, and so that ask God forgive him. Who then is the man that fears the Lord? He will instruct him in the way chosen for him. So if I'm here for the sake of your name, O Lord, forgive my iniquity, though it is great, even though I made big mistake. Who then is the man that fears the Lord? He will instruct him in the way chosen for him. Besides me, who will fear you the most? I am. I will follow the way you instructed. He will spend his days in prosperity. His descendants will inherit the land. So whoever that is, follow the God instructions, and his descendants will be inherit the land, spend his days in prosperity. So he will be rich, and his descendant will inherit. The Lord confides in those who fear him and makes his covenant known to them. So the Lord will protect those who fear him, and makes covenant, special one-to-one covenant between God and whoever believe him. My eyes are ever on the Lord, for only he will release my feet from the snare. So I always look up the God. He is the only one can save me from the snares. Okay. Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted. So God, please help me. Do not leave me. Show your graciousness. I'm lonely, afflicted. I'm not happy. I'm alone, and I'm not healthy, afflicted. The trouble of my heart have multiplied. Free me from my anguish. I'm not at ease. The troubles, there's something trouble my heart, and multiplied. It's growing bigger and bigger, and I'm not happy. Look upon my affliction and my distress. Take away all my sins, because may cause by the sins. So God, please take away my sins, so I'll be happy. So you'll lift up my afflictions and distress. See how my enemies have increased, how fiercely they hate me. See, a lot of in David's psalm, he always mentioned about enemies, or the hawking lions, the oxen. So imagine he's carrying a load that God put on his shoulder to conquer, to be the king, to rule over those people, and they do not believe in him. So, and start from at this foundation. So his life is not that easy. He always mentioned about this, not safe, not ease. And again, here is how many enemies have increased, how fiercely they hate me. So it's like I am in danger. They all try to tear me into pieces. Guard my life and rescue me. Let me not be put to shame, for I take refuge in you. So regardless what circumstances he wrote this, maybe he was on the flee or he was already in the palace. But even though he was in the palace, he still feel the same uneasiness and so feel the enemies still surrounded him. May integrity, uprightness protect me, because my hope is in you. So God, I'm not perfect. I made mistakes. I have sinned, but correct me. I will keep integrity and rightness in your eyes. So all of these integrity, uprightness will protect me. Redeem Israel, O God, from all their troubles. So if you save me and help me, the Israel will be saved. The Israel will not be troubled. So it looks like he is the king already. So redeem Israel, O God, from all their troubles. So the enemies he mentioned here, probably the neighbor of nations or any other people or the people who do the harm to the Israel. So he asked, redeem Israel from all their troubles, either from inside or from outside. So this is Psalm 25. Put everything together. David feel not at ease, but he confess he's sinful. He's not perfect. Even though when he was in his mother's womb, the God already know he's not made for perfect, but he's the chosen king. So he come in front of the Lord. He believed, to confess. Okay, this is what I have sinned, and please do not turn your face away from me, and continually to have faith in me. I will walk on the upright in your eyes, and keep integrity, and I still have the hope in you. If you still believe me, I will still have hope. And you will guide, I will keep the humble heart. You will guide the humbles in what is right. You teach me the right way, the right path, and I will continue to follow your ways, your way. So your decree or whatever the God asked him to be. So from this Psalm 25, I see David is the king, the chosen king, but just like everybody, face a lot of challenges and enemies all around, in different form, different ways. Sometimes he thinks the lions, the fierce as lions. Sometimes they think the slanders, the twisted tongues. Sometimes they just come here to hawking and almost try to take his lot and take his clothes, garment to divide among those people. So this is from the previous psalm. So he feels people take advantage over him, regardless whether he's a king or he's not a king. But he feels that way. It's not safe. There are always enemies around. So this is in terms of this happens to everybody, and he relieve his troubles or his not uneasiness to the God he believes. I think we learn from this. I see the faith. I see the humble king, and the king's heart, but the humble, and I see the wise. Probably he already realized what is wrong, and then try to ask God to redeem, save him and save Israel. So this is the Psalm 25, and this is again And in later wise, it's kind of very straightforward. Just list the problem, list my feelings, and then directly ask God to protect. So that is for this Psalm 25 for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.